Welcome, masses. Welcome back to One Name Sports. And with the qualifying finally finished, I can give a preview of how I think the Euro 2021 will actually play out. We're going to take a look as well on the groups since they're now finalized and who I think the favorites are going into next year's tournament. Without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, Group A has Turkey, Italy, Wales, Switzerland. And it was actually a tougher group for me to predict than I originally thought. Italy are kind of hot and cold. Um, it's a new generation kind of moving over, no real talisman per se, but they are a very deep squad. I have them going through with Switzerland. Switzerland has been probably one of the most team-oriented teams in Europe for like the last 12 years, I want to say. They've always been in and around the top 15, top 20 in the world. Wales, they'll have a little reliance on Bale, but it's yet to be seen what kind of Bale we'll get come the end of the season. The man is made out of Pringles and wet tissue, all them ligaments always popping and pulling, and he stays on the injury table. Same thing with Aaron Ramsey. They kind of pulled the team to greater heights in the last Euros, but different times right now. They do have some talent. Daniel James in Man U, Brooks, I think he's at Bournemouth, but I don't know. I see Switzerland pulling it through with Italy, and Wales will probably go home a little bit early. Not sleeping on Turkey either, though. They are always a talented team, especially when I was younger. But because they're kind of under the radar, that's when you really got to watch them. They're always a technical team. All right, so looking now at Group B, we have Denmark, Finland, Belgium, and Russia. This is way more straightforward than the previous group. Belgium is going to run away with this. If Hazard, either one of them, Thogan or Eden, are in form or not, they should be fine. It would have to take massive injuries to everybody for Belgium to not make it out to this group. And following them, I'll go Russia. They always seem to pull something together. Maybe the oligarchs put a little extra money in the kitty or something. But yeah, Belgium, Russia right now will be the ones going through. Looking at Group C, there is Holland, Austria, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. North Macedonia, really great story. It's a country that I couldn't identify on the map. They're just happy to be there, just to see their players on TV will be a great achievement for them. Austria, I feel like they should be better than they are, but right now I have Holland, even though, you have a couple of players injured. Depay still trying to force a move out of Lyon, but I feel like by the time Euros come around, Van Dijk should be back. Van de Beek should have taken Pogba's game by then. Depay should be smacking goals either at Lyon or somewhere else. So they should be fine. Ukraine, right now it's between Ukraine and Austria. I'll give them Ukraine. They should be following Holland through the group. And it should be a good one to see. Shout out to North Macedonia, as I said. All right, so the first big group, Group D, group of mini death, we have England, Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland. Woo! That's a good group right there. England always seem to have a nice little tough road, but it don't look like them are gonna win nothing. I do see them coming out of the group though. It's gonna be them and Croatia. Last hurrah for Modric, Brozovic coming through. Kovacic, Rakitic, the itches. Very talented squad there, so they'll still be making a push. I don't know if Mandzukic is going to make it, but Perisic will. England, the team right now, Southgate has been giving debuts to everybody. You want the jersey, everybody coming. But I think when it finally, the squad gets condensed, they have a very strong squad with Sancho, with Sterling, with Kane. The problem is behind them. Man like Grealish should be getting game, but I don't know if you want to play him that deep. You can't have Rice, who plays for West Ham, holding on your defensive midfield. But then, it's very weird. And Mr. Southgate is known for playing 7 defenders and 3 forwards. So we'll wait to see on the tactical front with them. But yeah, shout out to Scotland though. I think it's first time in probably 20 years or something like that they've made a major tournament. Don't fact check me, I don't know nothing about Scotland, but good for them. They should have a good time there. And Czech Republic is not a team to really sleep on. They don't have a talisman at the moment, is usually what those Czech teams are known for, but they'll make all the fights entertaining. So that's a good group. Moving on to the next. All right, so for Group E, we have Spain, Sweden, Slovakia, and Poland. We have the rightful Ballon d'Or winner. Yes, UEFA. Y'all on some BS with that one. Lewandowski going against the former superpowers that was Spain. They'll probably be led by Morata. What a contrast that is between strikers. But, the new Morata here smacking goals in. So who's to say? Next year he might, coming into next summer, he might hit 30. But yeah, those are the teams I see going through right now. Lewa is just on a different level. He pulls that Poland team up. They have been known to choke though at major tournaments. So we shall see with that one. Sweden have a nice mix of like new talent and some older players, but it's a big stage right now. It's not gonna work for them. And Slovakia got to be there. They will put up a fight though, because they get a little wild. So that should be a fun group, a little ticky-tacky versus the rest, but should be good. Last but not least though, the real group of death. Now, this is insane. I don't know why they did this, but it's Portugal, France, Germany, and Hungary. We don't care about Hungary. But my God, those are 3 of the favorites to win the whole thing. And they have them all in the same group. Only 2 can make it, and I think Germany will be the one to not make it. I don't really feel like Ronaldo really trying to go home. I think he has 2 major tournaments left, this and then the World Cup, and that's it. He's done. He's, I'm not saying he's gonna retire, but maybe, let me not put the energy out there. But France is just so deep. They can pull 11 out of anywhere. They have 3 strikers they can use, 3 left wingers, 3 right wingers. They have a ton of midfield options. Hopefully they throw Pogba to the side, but other than that, their midfield is stacked. Rabiot is coming back through. Conte scored the other day. Now their team is crazy. Defensively, they have a bunch of players too. Varane is not informed, and it doesn't even matter to them. Umtiti hasn't played since probably 2018, and he's. I don't even think another thing. I don't think Laporte even has a debut yet. Whatever, let's leave it alone. But France is a crazy team. I still see them going through. They are the favorites overall for me still. Portugal are going through as well. Germany, they're in flux. Unless Werner comes in just smacking stuff, I don't see it. I'm not a believer in Kai Havertz. I don't think they have enough creativity in the midfield in order to break down some of these teams. Portugal, they can win ugly, and they showed it. That's how they won the last Euros. So, and that was the final for the last Euros. It's crazy, but I'll definitely be checking in every game except for the Hungary games in this group. It's gonna be fun. So right now I have the favorites of whatever 2 comes out of that group, along with England and I'll say Spain, but not really. So yeah, Portugal, France, England, Spain. I know nothing surprising there, but those are the ones that are always, close to the top. I don't see much for Netherlands at the moment. I do see them making the quarters or something like that, but they're just, I don't know. They need a real striker. I love Depay, but he's not a striker. He's better out playing a little deeper as a left winger or something like that. And De Jong just isn't it. Other than his heroics in the summer for Sevilla, I don't see him being talisman material. If they had like a Van Persie or a Nisseroy or something like that, then yeah, but Depay is not a number 9. I don't care if they want to force it down our throat. But yeah, tell me what you think. Who do you have as the favorites right now, and who do you see being the top scorer for the entire tournament? Leave your comments down below. I stay in the comment box. I will respond to everybody. And thanks again. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is One Name Sports.